Folks, I hope everyone's doing good today. I hope all of you are being blessed. I'm down here today. I've got work to do. I've got a lot I got to get done today. But this is rather urgent, and this message pertains, this is to our prayer warriors, our family here. If you're not interested in helping others through prayer or through what other means that you have that you can offer, if you're not interested in helping others, this video isn't for you. One of the things that I do that's big in my life is helping people. I'm not helping my neighbor get up enough change to get him a 12-pack of beer, or not that type of help, but help through prayers, financial help when we can do it, and we have helped quite a few people. Many of you have chipped in and helped a lot of people that we've done call-outs for. This one is another one that's, all of them are important, but this one just really, it hit me last night. I don't know if you guys remember our brother Bill Wagner. He's been part of us for quite a while. Bill and his wife. 2022, Bill got the cootie bug. The C19, if you understand what I'm saying. YouTube's flagging anybody that puts anything about that now, so I'm just, you know what I'm referring to. Bill caught a long version of that, and it destroyed his body, and it eventually took his life. It did not kill his spirit man, but it destroyed his physical body. Bill is no longer with us in the physical world. We will definitely see him again, but I gotten pretty close to Bill, and when he got sick, I did speak with him before it got real bad, and he was unable to talk. I did speak to him on the phone a few times, and there was something about that man, that family, that is different. There was something about him, and if anybody truly carries the presence of God within them, Bill and his wife Pat are absolutely one of them. Both of them people are just phenomenal. But Pat had emailed me, and Pat's niece, or Pat's niece's husband, younger fella, he's a grown man. They have a family. He is really dealing, he got hit hard. And I'm only going to say what he's got one time, because there's so much power in our tongue, what we say. That's why many different races and religions believe in certain demonic entities. You don't mention their name, because it works as a summon, and it'll bring them in to you. And I believe that to be true. And so I'm only going to say it once, what he's dealing with. And he's dealing with cancer. He's had surgeries, multiple surgeries, and chemo treatments, and it has been hell on him. And I don't know any other way to say it. There's no nice way to say it. It has wreaked absolute hell on him and his family. And Pat, they are barely getting by. Pat's sister, it's her daughter and her husband that are dealing with it directly, but Pat and her sister are involved. They are part of that. This is a very close-knit family. They do everything they can to help one another, like many of us here are. And she reached out to me. These are Christian folks. These are not, weekend Christians that are Christian when they go to church on Sunday. These people live by the Word of God, and they do the best they can to live according to what God's will is within them. These are amazing people. And I can't say enough about Pat. I do not know her family other than Pat and Bill, who's no longer here with us. I don't know the rest of them, but if Pat says someone is good, you can absolutely believe that to be fact. Pat's a Christian woman, an amazing woman. I absolutely love her, and she's very dear to me and Kim and our family here. And I kept Kim and Rosie updated when Bill got sick and what was going on with him, and when I talked to him, and I'm sorry. I get bent out of shape sometimes. The people that do right, that do good, it seems that the attacks that come on them are relentless. And I hate it. It's just, God, it eats me up to see people going through this. And it's never these bad people that are destroying our country and poisoning our people and polluting our children's mind with these false teachings. Those people don't get touched. It's the good people. The people that are righteous and do the right thing and help others and just live a life. They don't bother anyone. They're doing the best they can. They serve the Lord, and they're happy to serve the Lord. They're the ones that Satan just batters. And it's more proof that the closer you are to God, the more in touch you are with our Creator, the more that's going to come against you. It's just fact. It's the way that it is. But I am going to read you the emails that Pat sent me. I'm going to leave some details out. Some of it we don't need to put out there for obvious reasons. There's 99% of you were just aces among men. I mean, just amazing people. But we do have that rare 1% that comes through looking to wreak havoc and destroy whoever they can. And so I don't want any of their personal information to get out to those groups of people. Guys, I'm down here at the waterfall. We had rain on and off all morning, and so it set me behind. But I'm going to read this out. It may not come through very clearly because I am going to omit certain parts of it to protect them, their location. But let me read this. Please don't go anywhere. If there's any video of all that I have uploaded, if there's any that I'm asking you to watch to the end, it's this one. This one is very important. These people are important to me and my family, and I ask that you listen to what's going on, pray about it, and see what the Spirit of God tells you to do or urges you to do. All right. She writes, "Hi Donnie, this is Pat. I was using my husband's Facebook account, Bill Wagner, to comment on your videos," which I knew that. I knew that a long time ago. "And as you know, in October of 2022, Bill passed away from complications of contracting long-term CV-19. He caught it in 2020, and he passed away from it in 2022. October of 2020 is when he caught it. October 2022, he passed. Anyhow, I'm sorry, I'm going to skip that. All right, here it goes. Pat says, "My nephew, Adam Hatch, age 37, they've been married for 20 plus years to his lovely wife, Amanda, and parents of a 15 and an 18-year-old. I'm not going to give their names. In December, Adam was diagnosed with stage 3 testicular C word, and he had blood clots throughout his body. likely in his iliac arteries, stomach, and lungs. He was in chemo treatment from 2 days after his surgery in February to remove the tumors in his groin, etc. He was receiving chemo Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They also surgically inserted a port into his chest with a catheter directly to his heart. A couple of days after the tumor surgery, they again took him to surgery and removed his teeth, which is a completely another story. There were some issues, dental issues going on. And the fear that they had was rightfully so, was that if any of his bad teeth fell out, he could literally bleed to death due to blood thinners he was on. They were giving him enormous amounts of blood thinners because of the blood clots. He was given 2 days in the hospital to recover from the dental surgery, and then chemo was restarted. He finished chemo in May of 2024. His mouth was not healed due to the massive doses of chemo, and he was released from the chemo department, but told to see a cardiologist and a vascular surgeon. The clots in his iliac arteries are, in the doctor's words, significant. Look at it like an 8-lane highway in your legs, and only 2 lanes are open. That was the doctor's words. Which is why both of his legs are extremely swollen, and he is in constant pain, short of breath, weak, unable to walk very far, and he was horribly fatigued. This man has worked at one thing or another since he was 8 years old, doing small chores for his neighbors who were all elderly. God blessed him and his family with the means and credit score to buy a house and a few acres to have a hobby farm. He also bought a truck to tow his RV, which they were originally going to live in an RV park in the Okeechobee Lake area of Central Florida. But it only took one hurricane to make them see this wasn't a good idea. They finally moved to South Carolina to be with me, and they parked their RV in their yard so that they could save enough money to get his credit, his bank account, etc. on track so that they could purchase their house. God was indeed generous. He slaved over his job and saved every penny he could and took side jobs to sweeten the pot. It was a trek uphill all the way. They hadn't been in the house long when he was diagnosed. Of course, he had to quit work and sign up for all the C-word grants, credits, programs, etc. To date, the only things that came through are the American Cancer Society Boost Nutrition Supplement Program, Provisional Medicaid, and absolutely nothing else. We've been praying and relying on God to move, which He has in certain areas. A GoFundMe was established by one of their close friends, and Amanda was told she needed to market this to keep it in front of the public on Facebook. That fund did produce at first about $800 in dribs and drabs, which was very welcomed. Then it dwindled to smaller amounts, $50, $25, $10, etc., which helped immensely. They began to sell off the farm animals they had because there was no money for food, etc. And now she goes on, it was a 2-part email, you guys. Said, I'm sorry this is so long, but I wanted you to see the horrific financial difficulty this disease and other issues has put this family in. Adam is facing 2 or 3 more surgeries now. One for the tumor in his stomach and another for the mass that's in his lung. They still don't know if it is a clot or a tumor for sure. Then they will decide what to do about the iliac artery clot in his legs. He did try to go back to work on a provisional consultant basis as he has determined that he will not lose everything. He hasn't worked for months and only received 1 credit from Duke Power to apply to his electric bill. He does not qualify for the other credits because he doesn't have a child that's under 5 years old with asthma in their home. Isn't that horrible? His power bill runs $300 per month. His water bill $65 per month. And then he's got a mortgage payment of $2,000, and his other vehicle payments total $1,500. Then on top of that, he has insurance, taxes, tag renewals, etc. He has qualified for food stamps, which is a big blessing. And my sister, Judy, that's Adam's mother, and I also go to area food banks to help them and ourselves. We're both retired. She works 2 days a week, caregiving, companion type jobs, even though she is a registered nurse. I am retired and have some physical problems which prevent me from working right now. I also had to give up my vehicle as I lost 2/3 of my income when Bill passed away. I know, and Adam knows, that God has a plan, but he is not willing to lose his family's home. My sister lives in the RV, which is parked on his property, and she has helped them as much as she can, as have I myself. But we both have financial obligations which have to come first. This whole thing is terribly overwhelming. It looks like the Lord is putting a roadblock up so Adam will not be able to work at all. When he has the surgeries, there's no telling what his recovery will be like. For a guy that hated doctors and needles, that's why he had the severe dental issues. I'm right there with him. I hate doctors and needles too. He has had a time of it. I said all of this to ask you to ask for our prayer warriors to intercede on this family's behalf. Sorry, you guys. I said all this to ask for the prayer warriors to intercede on this family's behalf, and also, if you feel it is right to do so, to donate to his CashApp and his Zelle. I'm also going to contact another YouTuber with the same request, and it sounds insane to me, but God has done stranger things in my life, believe me. I figured that if each person you reach could send $1 or $2, it would add up to an amount which would keep the wolf from the door. If you don't want to do the money thing, I understand. God does have a plan. I'm supposed to move the papers around, I guess, in faith. And then she says if I want to discuss it further, I can call her. Adam's Cash App is the $HATCHAD. HATCHAD. And his Zelle is Adam Hatch. That's ADAMHATCH. Adam Hatch. 561-577-7656. Thank you for reading this long epistle, and thanks for seeing me through the worst 3 years of my life. Through your videos and your love of God and sharing His Word and your faith with your audience. Sometimes I know it feels like we're just talking to the blowing wind, but I am here to tell you it is way more than that. Thank you and Kim and Rosie for being who you are and sharing your lives with me. I will continue to hold you all up in prayer so that your new location will prosper and the Lord will provide blessings and protection for you and yours. With God's love, she signs off, Pat Wagner. It's hard to read that and just keep it together. And I apologize, you guys. I know Bill well. I never met him in person, but I knew him through phone conversations and emails and texts, and just a phenomenal man, an absolute amazing man. And Pat has been the same. She is absolutely just a wonderful human being. And they have, Bill had reached out to me. He didn't ask me to do a prayer request for him when he was sick. I did that, speaking to him, and he was forever grateful. Pat was forever grateful for me doing that. And for you guys that came together, our prayer warriors, and sent prayers out for him, they were forever grateful for that. And I've been thanked many times for it, and it wasn't me. All I was the messenger. I just shared what was going on. It was all of you that came together in prayer and made the Lord move in their lives. But it was Bill's time to go home. That's all it was. He completed his mission here, and it was his time to go to the next journey. Pat will see him again. She'll be with him again, as will all of us. We'll all get to see him. We'll get to meet him and see him in the flesh or the spirit, whatever it may be. We've all lose loved ones, but for those of us that have dealt with friends and family or personally dealing with the C word, it is a demonic, life-wrecking piece of crap. There's nothing nice I could ever say about it. It destroys lives. It destroys everything it touches. And it burns me up, the good people that have to have that fight. That fight is not easy. And not many win. And God have mercy on them. God will absolutely receive them into his kingdom if they lose that fight. But you have to keep your faith strong. And that's one of the good things that's going for Adam, is the faith that he has, the faith of his wife, the faith of his mother-in-law, the faith of Pat, the family in whole. That faith is phenomenal, and that's what's going to get him through. But guys, please, I beg you, if anything, if you don't want to share this video, it's fine. I'm not about the numbers. I could care less. But I am going to put the GoFundMe link, his CashApp, and his Zelle. I've never done Zelle. I don't know how to do it. I'm going to put all that in the description below this video. I'm also going to put it in the community tab. It will be a very short post. I'm going to reference this video for those that didn't watch this video. If they see that post, they can come back and watch it and learn about Adam and what his family is dealing with in his battle. But they're going to lose their home if they don't have any help. And just for a moment, put yourself in his shoes. What if you were sick? You had 30 days to come up with a house payment, with insurance, for groceries, for your medication, for your doctor's visit, for the gas to get to the doctor. All of the bills that are due every single month that we are bound to in this horrible time that we're in right now. What if it were you? You had 30 days to come up with it. What would you do? It's not a what if for Adam and Amanda right now. They have no choice. They're dealing with it right now as we speak. They are dealing with it. The possibility of him losing his home is probably in the upper 90%. It's up to us, our friends, family. If you have social media, please share his story. I will have the links for everything in the description below this video. I'll have the links in the community tab. Take it, repost it, share it. Let's get his story out there. There are some very wealthy people out in this world. Not all of them are greedy. There are some that are true servants of God. They're exceptionally wealthy, and they are constantly going out of the way to help people. There's not many of them. There's not many at all. If there were, we wouldn't have the problems that our society has today. But there are a few. If one of those few millionaires catches wind of this, can you imagine how much it would do for that family if they jumped in and paid their house off? Tunnels to Towers does it for our soldiers all the time. And it's people contributing $11 a month every month to make that happen. We're just a small, standalone community right here. Standing Goats Rescue is only as big as all of us make it. And I don't care if we have 5 subscribers here or we have 5 million. It doesn't matter to me. Our channel's not monetized. We don't make anything from it. But the treasure that we ourselves will build through situations like this with Adam, by helping him, we're going to get rewarded in the end for that. And that's all that I'm concerned with, is what happens after this life. So if you have it, remember, no amount is ever too small when you're helping someone. If someone has absolutely nothing, imagine what a dollar bill would do for them. 4 quarters. Imagine what that would do to somebody who has nothing. Think about it. Short yourself a soda pop or 2 this month and send them $2 if you can. I'm going to do what I can. We have nothing. Anyway. We're facing financial difficulties in a big way because of the car that Kim traded that beat up boat for. It's broke down, but it set me back $300 that I did not account for, and that has put me at the point I am almost in the negative. But I've got $3 in my Cash App, and I'm absolutely going to be sending that. But anyway, if you guys have it in your heart, pray about it. If you don't like helping people, if it's not your thing, when you get away from this video, if that stays on your mind, then you know the Spirit of God is speaking to you to do something. If you ain't got 50 cents to send them, if you ain't got $1 to send them, at least go to your social media pages, share their story, share Adam's story, what's going on with him, share his links, his Zelle link, his Cash App, his GoFundMe. I'm going to have all of that below for you. Please help me get this out there. Let's spread whatever access you have to anything. I don't know if you can share stuff on Reddit or not, but wherever you can share these links. If you don't want to type anything up, just copy this video, the link for this video, throw it in there and just put a short notation. Hey, this family is in desperate need of help. Please check out this video, and share his links. Or let them know the links are in the description. It doesn't matter. Let's get this family some help, please. This is weighed just exceptionally hard on my heart. And this is one of them days that I absolutely beat myself. And, why did I have to end up where I'm at? If I wouldn't have got hurt, I could have been retired with a pension, a good pension, by the time I was 41 years old. If I wouldn't have broke my neck, and I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now, where we're constantly having to get help from others. If I had $1 million to people I could help, I wouldn't have $1 million for long. I'd be broke pretty quick. But I wonder that all the time. How many people could you help if you had $1 million to blow? How many people? Not giving the local bum $20 and hope he does the right thing with it, but actually helping people. Buying a homeless family a house, someone who's working and walking to work every day, buying them a vehicle, and, just helping people, truly helping them. Long term, not getting an alcoholic a 6-pack of beer, but, providing clothes for the homeless, provide a home for them if you can. And it hurts me to see the world suffering, and it's so much worse now than it was even 2 years ago. It's only getting worse. But when someone's close to you is suffering the way that Adam and his family suffering, and it's through Pat that I've learned of this. Pat I know. I don't know her niece, her nephew. I don't know that part of the family. I know Bill and Pat. But they are her family. Pat is a God-fearing Christian woman, and when she says these 2 young people are Christian, They are seeking out the Lord's face. They are living the best that they can to serve the Lord and to live right, and they're the ones being attacked. But it hurts when it's people like that. If you live to be 80 years old and you've lived a hard life and you come down with miner's disease, working in a coal mine or whatever, it's sort of expected. It's still horrible. All of that's horrible. But you've lived a full life, is what I'm getting at. These people are rather young. Adam's pretty young. And there's a possibility not only is his life being changed drastically, but he could lose everything that he has, his home, his vehicle, everything that he has. He could lose it all over a damn sickness. Excuse my French, but it burns me up. And I am not in a financial state where I could do anything to help. And it angers me. Some of the worst people that walk this planet are also the wealthiest. Go figure. They're not going to give a dime to help anyone. The only way they'll ever give a dime is if they make 10 dimes back in return for it. They're not going to do anything out of the goodness of their heart. They don't have it. It's not within them. But it's such a small percentage of wealthy people that do help others. And maybe one of them will see this message, I hope. Guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be the bearer of bad news and to bring this on you, but you all are family to us. Every one of you are brothers and sisters to me and my direct family, my wife and daughter. And I share all of our personal stuff with you. Pat is part of our family. She's sharing her personal situation with all of us too. We're all brothers and sisters. We have one Father, and we all have the same Father, whether you like it or not. The truth is, the big man upstairs is our Father. He put us here. He's the sole reason that we're still alive. But the better that we do in life, the worse we're going to be attacked, and Adam is living proof of that. So guys, please pray about it. If you don't have the urge right away to reach out and help Adam and his family, then please pray about it. Don't let Satan knock this thought out of your mind. Don't let him knock this urge out of your heart. If you got money in the bank, all your bills are paid, and you don't need anything, what is it going to hurt to throw a couple of dollars that way? And I don't do this. I don't think I've ever done this. I don't think I'm going to get a signal, but I just want to show you guys. Oh, it may be going through. Let me make sure my account information isn't on there. I just want to show you where we stand right now. And I've still got a week. We have nothing. I'm not complaining. I'm not asking for help. So please don't misunderstand me. God provides. As long as you have faith in Him, you love Him, and you do your best to help others, God will always provide what you need. I don't need gas to drive down the road. I don't need that. Nothing's going on that it's an absolute need. I would like to go somewhere, but I don't have the gas to do it. I'm trying to... Oh, Lord, my back's hurting me. I'm trying to connect my Wells Fargo app. I just want to... I've had a lot of people, a handful of people, not a lot, had a handful of people this past year sending me these emails when we do a prayer request, a shout out for help for someone, about all the money that we got, motorcycle, the tractor, the four-wheeler, the new house, the property, all the stuff that we got. We're wealthy. Why aren't we taking care of the problem? We're not wealthy. We're in debt. We own nothing. If it weren't for Kim's family helping, my sister's help, there's been so many people that have helped us. There's been a lot. If it weren't for those people, we would be homeless. and it's just the way that it is. But through faith in God and doing right and doing good to others, God always provides a way. I don't have a signal here. I'm trying to get it to load up. We're not able to complete your sign on request at this time. Please check your internet connection. Anyway, it's showing you. I don't have internet down here. I thought it would connect, but it didn't. But anyhow, they had it's not letting me connect CashApp either. But anyhow, I've got $3 in my CashApp, and I am going to send that to Adam. But I wish I had something. If I had anything sitting on, I would love to do a challenge to all of you to we could match each other and send something to help him. Just if everything's paid and you don't need anything and you got a day or two before you get your check, if you got an extra $1, please consider helping this family. We only live life one time. We don't know what truly awaits us when we leave here. But I just don't want to die in the middle of the night or just, something happened and I die. And then I'm standing before my Creator. Why didn't you help this guy? They reached out to you and they needed help and you had it. Why didn't you help? I don't want to have to answer for that. It scares me to think all the bad that I've done in my life. And I've begged forgiveness, I've gotten right, and I felt like I was forgiven, and then it always creeps back up, did I pray right? Was I truly forgiven? And it scares me. And that's one of the driving factors to urge me to do right as often as I can, to constantly do right, to help as many people as I can. If I was sitting in the shoes of Bill Gates or Elon Musk or even Trump or any of these very wealthy people, I wouldn't be wealthy long. I wouldn't be sitting there very long because I'd give everything away to help people. All I want is to be out of debt. If I were out of debt completely every month, I could help people quite a bit. Not a tremendous amount, but I don't make a lot, but I would absolutely help with everything that I had. But anyway, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not poor mouthing myself. We are absolutely wealthy in what the Lord has blessed us with. We have no money. We're broke. But the dollar bill is nothing more than a receipt that the U.S. government owns us. That's all it is. We are stuck. We can't do anything without that approval, that U.S. dollar. Just this entire life is based on it. And I don't know what happened to cause it to be that way. But we can't even enjoy this without having to pay tax on it every year. And thanks to Kim's family, this piece of land right here is paid for. But every year, right now, we owe taxes that we're due in April, and we just don't have it. And it's not a lot, but $10 is a lot if you don't have it. And that's kind of where we're at right now. But we're so much better off when I look at what Adam's going through right now, and it just, it sucks. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It absolutely sucks, and I hate it. I could not imagine knowing I had less than a month and I was going to lose everything because of some wicked illness that came upon me. And I believe the majority of these sicknesses that we're dealing with, I think the majority of them were man-made. Somewhere down the line, I think that mankind has made them. Demonic mankind, but I think they've all been made. But anyway, you guys, I'm sorry to... Oh my gosh, my back hurts so bad. I'm sorry to put this one on you, but this one is just weighing on me so hard. I can't get past it. Can't even brush my teeth without thinking, what is it like for Adam right now? What is it like for him? He's having to worry about feeding his family, paying his bills, but yet he's got these major surgeries coming up. He's got serious issues. Blood clots are not a joke. If one of them gets into his brain, it could shut everything down. My son had a motorcycle accident a handful of years back, and his brain was split in half down the center. He was in hospice, he was in the hospital for 30 days. He had the accident, I think it was the 21st of July. They moved him into long-term care hospice the 21st of August. And when they moved him into hospice, a blood clot in his leg moved up to his brain, and that's what took his life. One blood clot, and he was not having blood clot issues. He had one, but it got loose and it made it to his brain. And Adam has them throughout his body. And now he's having to worry about all of that mess and paying his bills so he doesn't lose his home that he fought so hard to get. It just ain't fair. Nothing's fair in this country. Nothing's fair on this planet, hardly, but anyway. Guys, I think I'm gonna, I gotta get this put together and get it uploaded, but I am probably gonna put a different video together, something. I gotta get cheered up, because I am absolutely in the dumps right now. And Pat, please don't think this is due to you. It is not. It absolutely is not. It's just how I get when people reach out to me and they're going through a hardship. It just eats at me internally, knowing that I don't have a dime to do anything to help them. All it takes is money to get a lot of his problem solved. That's all it takes. A piece of paper. But yet all the people that are holding on to the majority of those pieces of paper are not willing to get rid of any of it to help anyone. And it really gets under my skin. But I guess that's why you hear the old saying, the rich shall not inherit heaven. The only way that you can absolutely become financially rich is if you don't give any money away to help people. If you're constantly helping those in need, there's millions of people in need, there's no way you would ever become a millionaire if you're constantly giving money to help others. You'd never become a millionaire. And that's what that refers to. If you're holding on to millions of dollars, it's because you haven't given anything away to help people. But I'm going to stop. I'm sorry. Look, I love all of you. God bless you. And if there's anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I hope you have an amazing day today. Just look at the beauty that the Lord has put around us. Life is only as good as you make it, and we just got to do our best to make life improve for all of us. Reach out and help our neighbor and do whatever it takes to put a smile on a stranger's face. But I love you guys. Be blessed in all you do, and I will absolutely see you very, very soon. I got to ride around a little bit, but I love you guys. I will see you shortly. I love you, Miss Pat. Adam, God bless you, brother. We're going to do our best to get you some help, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.